All right, let's factorize this trinomial. We have 4x squared minus 32x plus 60. We're going to be using the cross method. Now, it's in this kind of a form, ax squared plus bx plus c, and we have a coefficient here of 4 in the front. Now, before I use the cross method, I often like to look at the whole trinomial and see if I can find a highest common factor. Because if you can find that, it makes it a lot easier later when we do the cross method. So we're looking for a number that goes into 4, 32, and 60. Well, it looks like it's going to be 4 as the highest common factor. 4 goes into itself, it goes into 32, and of course it goes into 60 with no remainders. So 4 actually is the factor. So let's take 4 out, bracket. 4 times what gives me 4x squared? Well, that'll be x squared. Bring down the minus. 4 times what gives me 32? 4 times 8 is 32. So that's 8x plus 4 times what gives me 60? 4 times 15. 4 times 15 is 60. Close brackets. Okay, now we can use the cross method to work this middle part right here. X squared minus 8x plus 15. We're looking for two numbers that multiply to give us positive 15 and two numbers that add to give us negative 8. So let me summarize that. Multiply, give us 15. And add to give us negative 8. Okay, let's see which ones go where. Let's take a closer look here. So what are two numbers, two factors that give us 15? Well, I can go with 1 and 15, and I can go with 3 and 5. Any other factors? I think that's about it. Now, they both have to add up to negative 8. Now, one of them has to be negative. In fact, both of them have to be negative because that's a positive. A negative times a negative gives you a positive. How do we know they're both negative? Well, because we've got a negative here. If that was a positive, then they can both be positive. But that's a negative up here. That's a clue. All right, let's have a look here. 1 times 15 is 15. Let's make it negative 1. Negative 1 plus 15 is 14. That doesn't work. Let's try it the other way. Negative 15 here. Negative 15 plus 1 is not negative 8, so that doesn't work. That's wrong. Cross that out. Let's have a look at these two guys. Both of them have to be negative, negative and negative. Actually, yeah, negative and a negative. All right, negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. That works. Let's add them together. Minus 3 minus 5 is negative 8. There's our negative 8. That works. All right, so there are two factors. So now we're going to use the cross method. So we just draw ourselves an X. Just scribble one of these in. And the two factors, negative 3, negative 5. Let's put them in. Negative 3, negative 5. Doesn't matter which one's on top. And on this side, we've got x squared, so therefore we're going to have an x and an x. So again, let's double check. Let's multiply. Negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15. Bang. Let's add them. Minus 5 minus another 3 is minus 8. That works. All we have to do now is put brackets. And then put the brackets side by side because they're multiplying. They're the pairs of grouping symbols. X minus 3, x minus 5. Now, remember that 4? We're going to drag and drop it and bring it down there. And there you go. That's fully factorized.